sky's the limit. And I always come with a topic as well. So as we dive in, this week we are going to talk about what to buy during the summer or what not to buy during the summer as well. I get a lot of questions all the time. When's the best time to buy this? When's the best time to buy that? And so this becomes a topic that folks enjoy as we cover all of the ins and outs of what's on sale or sale cycles for things that aren't necessarily grocery, things you don't really think about. So that's a lot of what I plan to cover, but feel free to put any questions that you have in the comments and we will go there too. So we'll try to cover all your questions tonight. You just stick them in the comments in between my husband or myself. Hopefully one of us will see them and I will be able to get you an answer. So it's okay if they're off topic, I promise. And that's our goal though, as we go through to cover what to buy or not to buy in the summer. So hello to everyone that's chiming in as well. It's always fun to see folks from all over. On the YouTube side, we've got folks from Alabama and Indiana. So hello to you guys. And then some routine folks as well. Wendy and Carrie, always good to see you guys join in. So as we dive in, again, feel free to leave your questions in the comments on whatever they are. I actually am prepping like 4 pages of things to make sure that we cover. So I guess I better get started if we're going to get through it all. No, there's probably some overlap, but let's talk about things to buy during the summer. First off, the big obvious one in the room is produce. So much is coming into season in the next few months that this is the time of the year that you want to be able to buy it and stock up on it. Now, saying that, you obviously need a place to keep it. So either freezing or canning it, those being your only 2 options really to keep it long term. But if you can, huge savings to buy that produce fresh in season, always a massive savings over paying for, strawberries in the middle of November. This is strawberry season. So as we get into summer, more and more things are going to become in season. Right now, we're at the beginning berry season. For some of you, your berries are still coming from the south. If you live Indiana, that was chiming in, and California, you have things in season all year round. But for some of you, if you're further north, you're still getting produce from out of state. As things become more in season in your area, they're going to become even cheaper. So with produce, one thing, I've shared it in the past, but one of the biggest things that you can use is the USDA. They run a market report on the various farmers markets that are out there. And I always share one particular website for that. So if you go to sosavers.me/market, and I'll stick this in as well. But if you follow this link, it will take you to the report for South Carolina's federal farmers market. Now, I know that you guys aren't in South Carolina. Not everyone is, obviously, but this at least shows you an idea of what that report looks like. And I can show you, if you Google USDA market news, you have to come in here and you have to do a little hunting, but you can find it for the other federal markets through the USDA website. I can also try to find you the link to it after we're done. But this one is for Columbia. So when I talk about federal markets, though, every time we do this, folks get a little confused. Federal farmers markets, there are only 19 of them in the country. So not everybody has one of these near them. They are a great place to go, though, to shop and get good deals on produce. But if you don't have one, that's okay. The reason to look at this is that you know what's in season and you know how much it's currently going for. You know what the good price is. So this is it's doing your homework before you go to your local farmer's market. So if you use the Columbia one that I put in the chat, that's fine. It is going to give you the same idea, what's in season and what's the going price. And it's really not going to change drastically, even from one side of the country to the other, because half of the produce that we're getting, even in South Carolina, I just went into my fridge. I was going to bring some things to have as show and tell. And, my cauliflower is from California right now. We have cucumbers that were from California, from our market. So we're all getting produce from across the U.S. anyway. So the point for looking at this, I know if you're on your phone, this is super, super tiny right now. It's okay. You can pull it up later, but I am going to read you a few of the prices just so you have an idea of what the savings could mean for you. So, for example, mangoes, you can get a 16 count mango for a box of mangoes for 12 bucks. You're not going to be able to get those in the grocery store for less than $1 a piece, even more so, more than that normally. And you can go down the list. That was just the first one I grabbed. 40 pounds of bananas for $13. So it's like 40 cents a pound, basically. Strawberries, 8 1-pound containers of strawberries are currently $14 to $17. And this is the line I'm looking at. But obviously, if it's super tiny, I'm just reading you a few things. Just giving you some ideas. This will go lower. This is just showing you what things are in season and what their current price is, but you could keep watching them. Strawberries have not hit their lowest point yet. They will keep going lower, and we'll see them hit really lower than $1 a pound is how low they'll go. So when you see that price, that's when I want to stock up. I can pull up this report. I can see what's in season. Are any things that I'm even interested in season right now? Because if they're not, stay home. Don't go to the farmer's market. If you pull up the report and it's rutabagas and radishes and those aren't things you're going to eat, don't worry about making the trip. But you can grab it and then you can put it up in bulk. So you can freeze it, you can can it. Kathy is saying you could freeze dry it as well. So yeah, if you've got a dehydrator, you could definitely go with some of those other options. We have a vacuum sealer that is... I highly recommend having one to be able to store things in your freezer longer. So think about a Ziploc bag as being good for about 6 weeks or less. And then a vacuum sealer is for anything over 6 weeks and really upwards of 6 months. You're going to be fine. It's going to still be great when you bring it out. So I'll always produce, hands down, in the summer. This is the time to stock up, and pretty much every item, every produce item, every fruit item can be frozen. It just takes a second to Google how to freeze corn and find out how long it needs to be blanched, or if it even doesn't need to be blanched before you put it up. But it just takes a second and you'll figure it out. But it is very easy to do. And Laura's saying, anybody near Spartanburg, South Carolina, it's blueberry season and they're going to have pick your own $10 a gallon. That's a good price for blueberries. Right now you can get them for like $3 for a little 6-ounce package. So, we should all make a field trip up to Spartanburg or down, depending on where you are. Okay, so produce, other food items that are a summer item, hot dogs, anything grilling, any condiments. We're starting to see condiment sales, but guys, for me, even to get mustard at 99 cents a bottle, that just feels like full price. Because come May, June, July, we will get mustard as low as 14 cents a bottle, sometimes even free, depending on the deals. So always want to stock up on condiments and grilling meats, any of those items during May, June, July. That's its window. Outside of May, June, July, we don't see condiments or grilling items. They end come Labor Day. So you want to make sure you've fully stocked up to get you through the rest of the year, if you like to do that. Those are the big ones in the grocery store for sure during the summer months. Outside of grocery items, though, there's a lot that comes on sale in the summer that you may not think about. School supplies. And this one always hits people if they haven't been shopping the deals. School hasn't even let out yet. But school supplies, the sales always start the first full week in July. So go ahead and put it on your calendar because the first full week in July, that's when we're going to start seeing the 25-cent items. Last year, we did not see any penny items in Staples or Office Depot. Having a whole summer where we didn't see any, I doubt that they'll be back again this year, but we definitely saw some super cheap items. So starting to watch those sales the first week in July through mid-August, and then the sales are over. And for some of you, you haven't even gone back to school yet, but the sales are over. So you want to be ready to shop on school supplies. Something else that fits in that category, a lot of folks ask, when can I get a computer? This isn't it. So if you're wanting a computer, an iPad, anything that could be related to school, hold off. Please, you're so close. We're basically 2 months away from school supplies at this point. So no computer purchases, please, until July if you can, because we see really good sales. Now, computers are cheaper for Black Friday than they are for school supplies sometimes. So it depends on what kind of computer you're looking for. If you're wanting a heavy duty gaming computer, you're going to get a better deal to wait even closer to Black Friday. But for most of us, a traditional, I surf the web and I need to be able to write some things, you're going to get a really good deal for back to school season with computers, and the same with iPads and other peripheral devices, as they call it. So printers, all of that. We tend to see the best prices during the summer. So again, first full week of July after July 4th. Got to get through that week of July 4th, and then they all start the very next week. And here you're thinking, no, summer just started. What are you talking about? No, back to school season has already started. That is definitely how they work. So what you can get though now, as I tell you to wait until July. We have one major shopping weekend during the summer. That's Memorial Day weekend. Some people try to hold out for July 4th because July 4th does not always fall on a weekend. And the holiday itself is whenever the day is. You are not going to have that 3-day weekend sale window that you do have with Memorial Day. So if you've got things that aren't school related, let's say you've been holding out for a new appliance, you've been holding out for a new sofa, any of those items, those are always 3-day weekend deals. Always. The best prices that you're going to get is on a 3-day weekend. So go ahead, clear Memorial Day weekend if that's what you need to do, to be able to take advantage of something if you've really, really been waiting for a deal on a larger ticket item. And then another one before I move on from larger ticket items, if you're in that boat, you are looking, I'm mentioning maybe you need a freezer to store all your produce or whatever it is that you're looking at getting. Don't forget that all of the stores will price match each other. So I can shop Lowe's and Home Depot and Best Buy and Sears. And if I find a freezer that I love, let's see if somebody else has it cheaper. Let's see if another store is offering free delivery or free haul away for an old item. And then those stores will even price match that feature. So if I'm in Best Buy and Lowe's is offering free delivery, but Best Buy isn't, just tell them that. They will always waive the delivery. So price match any of those larger ticket items. You'll be surprised how many places will price match if you've done your homework. Even furniture, guys. If you go and you find a furniture item online somewhere cheaper and you're in a local furniture store, they have the ability to drop prices. It never hurts to ask. And if anything, just order it online if they say no. But you always want to go that route. So any of those big ticket items, Memorial Day weekend is your best bet because we are going to you'll see some sales on July 4th, but nothing compared to what we will see for Memorial Day. And then our next big 3-day weekend isn't until Labor Day. So you've got a long stretch during the summer, and they really do focus on those 3-day sales for a lot of their big savings events. So just go kind of crazy on that if you can. Oh, and Donna's asking about the printer. So I can definitely, Donna, find it for you pretty fast. But if you head to Southern Savers as well, I'll stick the link here in a second. But you can always go to categories and look at office supply, and it'll pull up too. So the printer is a Brother printer. It's by far my favorite printer all the time. This one is a scanner copier printer, and it is $99 bucks at Staples and Office Depot. And I may just put in the direct link here for Office Depot because it didn't pull up right away. Let's see. How fast can I find it for you? The reason to switch, here we go. The reason to switch to a laser printer, I always mention this, but laser versus inkjet is a massive savings of one versus the other. And I'll pull up the page just so you guys, oh, sorry, wrong button. So you know what we're talking about. So it's this guy, he scans, copies, and prints. It's normally 150 bucks. It's 99 right now with free shipping. The reason to switch though is that these take toner, not ink. And so the toner cartridges, folks are always asking, where can you find them on sale? Guys, I put a link in here, but if you head to Amazon, this is like a twin pack for 22 bucks. And each one of these cartridges will last you almost a year. So for 11 bucks, you're going to have toner that's going to last you almost a year. You are not going to have to refill it for ages. And that is never the case with an inkjet. So when you are dealing with an inkjet printer, you're going to be replacing your ink almost monthly is what it feels like. Not going to happen with a laser printer. So that is the biggest reason to consider switching. If you're still in inkjet land, it is well worth switching. We see printer deals for Brother printers about monthly. And this one this week, that is the scanner printer, is $99. The one that is not a scanner printer, we'll see go as low as $79, more like $89 lately. So for 10 bucks more, you're getting the scanner, and that's probably the route I would go. Okay, so let's see, trying to make sure I'm not missing any other questions. Oh, and other folks are asking, oh, Nintendo and Christmas. We've got a while. Anytime we're talking games, this is not the time. So, as we talk about things to buy in the summer, I actually would not focus on any gaming, electronics, and large toy purchases at all during the summer. Those are definitely fall purchases for two reasons. So one, even early fall, October, we're going to start to see some deals on these because all of the new toys for the season are always released in late September, early October. So you have to almost think of it like the car industry. So the toy industry holds all their new toys. They don't release new toys during the summer. They only release them in the fall because they know that that's when all the parents are shopping for Christmas. Well, this becomes a good thing for us in two ways, because if Nintendo is going to release an updated version, I'm going to find the old version on sale and get a pretty good deal, but I'm also going to find deals when that new version launches. So we're going to see Target gift card deals, we're going to see incentives, free games offered with it when the new system launches, all of that buildup that's behind it. So you really want to wait on any of those larger, definitely gaming, but even smaller items as far as you can towards the fall. Late September, early October is when most of them launch. And some of them hold, even for the big gaming systems, until the weekend of Black Friday. So it just depends on how big of a hype they're trying to make it. But most of them try to do at least a pre-launch before then so that they know they have supply. So that's a don't buy in the summer item. What I would recommend, if anything, this is a huge push to just say, have a toy and gift closet so that during the summer, you're not having to hit those deals. There really aren't clearance deals to grab. Right now, if you hit Target, you will find some toys in Target that are 30 and 50% off. I know I did. We have a birthday coming up this week in our house, and I went a little crazy in the clearance section. But when you have a almost 4-year-old whose favorite toy is a bunny, you wait until after Easter sales to get all of her birthday presents. But toys are on clearance too. So you could grab some little toys and put them away, but no big toys until the fall for sure. Oh, and thanks. Matt's chiming in and saying he can attest to the cost savings between switching from inkjet to a laser. Definitely. It's almost like we should all have a little counter on our computer, and every time you print something, it's telling you how much you just saved because you were laser and not inkjet. But you definitely want to go. Oh, and Gail's saying you're paying $50 at Staples. So with Brother Toner, do not buy Brother Toner. Buy the off-brand. So what I have linked to in the post that I put in a link is really, it's a no-name brand on Amazon. They work fine. I've purchased numerous different types. Some people always ask me, which one's my favorite? Because I don't ever buy the same one twice. Just look at the reviews, look at how many stars it has, look at what people are saying about their customer service. But they really do work great, and you don't really need the name brand, but 2 for $22 is way better than 1 for $50. So never name brand for ink. Even when you're an inkjet person, hopefully if you are sticking with your inkjet, you've long learned to not go name brand, even with your inkjet refills. So always off brand for ink is a massive, massive savings. Grayson saying, when to buy a fridge. That's definitely going to be a Memorial Day purchase for you. going for that 3-day weekend and then price matching all of the big stores. The other thing you could start to do, because think about how far away Memorial Day still is. May is this week, but Memorial Day is still 4 weeks away. Start to watch gift card deals now, because we still have it. Kroger's running 4 times points on gift cards. You've got Mother's Day coming. So you've got a lot of people still running gift card promotions. But if you are watching them now and you're buying Lowe's gift cards or wherever you think you're going to get your fridge, do that. Get your gas savings from getting those gift card deals during Mother's Day, and then use them Memorial Day weekend to get a really good deal. And I know you may not know where you're going to get your fridge, but they're all going to price match each other. So find the price you want and then take it to the store that you have the gift cards for, and you're going to end up with a really good deal in the end, pairing your gift card deals along with your Memorial Day weekend sales. And it's definitely going to go well for you. So Paige asking the same thing, kind of, when is the best time to buy a shed? Paige, I would still put it in that Memorial Day weekend. Definitely if you're thinking about the type that are like kind of the plastic wall that Lowe's and Home Depot have out in front of the store. They do put them on sale on the 3-day weekends. This is the better time of the year versus mid-summer. After Memorial Day, you're not going to see any big sales on them during the summer. So you would end up having to wait until end of the year or end of the season clearance. So you probably are wanting it now. I would aim for a Memorial Day purchase on that as well through those stores. If you were looking at something local, when we start to deal with mom and pop stores locally that might sell those types of buildings, I don't know that there's going to be a difference in terms of when they're going to offer you a better price, because most of them don't run a lot of big discounts. It's the big box stores that are going to run the 3-day sales on Memorial Day. Okay. Let me jump through a few other things, and then I'll go through some other questions as well. So we hit school supplies, we hit produce, Memorial Day sales, and Labor Day sales. You've got both of them. Just keep in mind how far apart that is between the end of May and the beginning of September. So try to not put yourself in a boat where you think, we'll just wait, because it's a really long time to wait until Labor Day rolls back around. So some other things to go ahead and grab during the summer versus waiting. Tools. Tools is something that you could go ahead and put on your list after Mother's Day. As soon as Mother's Day is over, really, we'll start to see anything that is guy, just stereotypically guy categoried, is going to go on sale for Father's Day. And that will run for almost a month. The bigger discounts are going to be the week before Father's Day, but think of tools when you're going into any kind of power tool, small or large, any sort of equipment in that range too. So pressure washers, all of those items become Father's Day gifts and really good discounts early June. So you kind of have your little categories of what things are going to come around and when to watch for those items so that you're not missing it. Oh yeah, I can. So I'll put the toner information back up for you. And actually I can just, if it would help, I can put the link to this toner. I still have it up. So that'll take you, it's a crazy long Amazon link there, but it'll take you to the toner in particular. Let's see, I don't know if it posted it. Well, I will try to put the link in for you to the toner. Here we go. Maybe it'll stick it in there. We'll see. It's hard to tell whether or not you're going to see it or not. But here, I'll stick it back up for you too. If you can see it on the page, then you'll be good to go. So as you are grabbing it, you just want to look at your printer and you want to see what the name of your printer is, and then Google, Brother HL2340 toner. Just put in the name of your printer into the top of Amazon. That's basically all I did here, Brother 2360 toner, and you're going to pull up and see a lot of options for you, but I'll leave it there for you while you write it down. Let's see, what is the advantage of price matching? So Grayson, the reason for price matching is to take advantage of what the other sales may be offering. Let's say Home Depot is running 40% off on that refrigerator. Lowe's is only running 30%. I could price match it at Lowe's and then use Lowe's gift cards if that's what I had. We'll also see some incentives. Maybe you have a Lowe's credit card, and they do run extra percent offs weekends for credit card holders. I mean, it just depends on where you prefer to shop. as well. If you don't have a preference, then grab it wherever you want to grab it. Don't feel the need to go to a different store. I just know when it even comes to my husband, he has a preference between Lowe's and Home Depot, and I can never remember what that preference is, but I know that he has one. So it's just kind of figuring out where you're more comfortable shopping. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down. Hopefully you grabbed what it was. I've tried to put the link in a few times, but I'm not seeing it pop up. So I'm not sure whether or not you are also seeing it. Let's see, I'll send it and get my husband to try to stick the link in, and maybe that'll help it go live if you're not seeing it. Okay. Is now a good time to buy Mother's Day gifts or a couple days before? So Carrie, now is a great time. And that's how stores work. As soon as one holiday is over, they start pushing the next one really hard. Mother's Day is only 2 weeks away, by the way. It's not really far away at this point. So you are in that window. It's a great time to grab things. You're going to see a new Home Depot and Lowe's ad come out on Wednesday. They always start their ads on Wednesday. And the new ad is going to have a lot of plants and items that are all Mother's Day. So you could go that route this week through those deals, or next week if you're wanting to get like home and outdoor things for mom. But we're also going to see, we saw a lot of free prints around Easter, but you're going to see it again this weekend. So Walgreens, CVS, really good deals on their in-store canvas prints, wood prints. Walgreens kind of pushing all sorts of things. We're going to see a lot of codes for that over the next week, and all of them are free in-store pickup. So if you're wanting to go photo deals, this is a really good time to start watching for those codes to come out too. Never pay full price, but we're going to see a lot of deals pop in. And then with those photo deals, since we're talking, what to buy and what not to buy, after Mother's Day, we're not going to see a lot of big photo deals again until the fall. So if you've got grandma's birthday or other kind of events, we'll see a little bit for Father's Day, but most of the things we see for Father's Day are like free mugs and things that, are just the classic, how many coffee mugs did we give our own dads for Father's Day? The deals stay the same. So those are the types of deals we're going to see in June, but we aren't really going to see a ton of really great photo deals until the fall. So you do want to think ahead on any gifts that you may need now if you are in photo gift realm, or you just really like to give those as gifts. The other thing to watch for now is graduation gifts. So as we look at things that are Mother's Day gifts, think about how they could be used somewhere else. So if we're seeing gift card deals, if we're seeing even photo deals or planners, anything that you think would make a fun graduation gift, don't forget about that season either, because after Mother's Day, we have Father's Day. Those deals are not so great for graduation gifts usually, because they are usually geared specifically to outdoor kind of things. And then we don't have a holiday again for a while. So take advantage when you can. Let's talk clothes. Usually when you want to buy clothing, you want to buy accessories, any of that item, you want to shop off season and not on season. So as we come into summer, this isn't normally the best time to buy summer apparel. It is usually on clearance when we're going to get the best prices. However, when we're in the cusp, because right now up north, it snowed this past weekend in places in New York and farther north. And here it's in the 90s in South Carolina. So we're still in that cusp between seasons, and we are seeing some good sales. We've seen Old Navy run 50% off shorts. We've seen, I think Aeropostale ran buy one, get two free on t-shirts. Carter's is running 70% off. So grabbing the things that you need now in clothing is okay. Just know that, yes, you can always beat that price when it's on clearance. And always, whenever we see the coupon codes going to clearance first, Gap is running an extra 45% off right now of your entire purchase. Well, you don't go to full price items. You want to go to the clearance section. That's where we're always going to get our best deals. But most of what's in clearance right now is sweaters and long sleeve shirts and jeans, and not the things that we would normally want for the summer. But that's the point, is that we want to buy our clothes off season. So I want to be grabbing next summer's apparel at the end of this summer, not during the summer. I want to buy sunglasses. I want to buy towels, all of that stuff at the end of the summer, not during the summer. And I know if you need them, that doesn't help you. But just so you can if you haven't had that as your mindset, to put it as your mindset that you're switching when you're buying your clothing so that you're buying off season rather than at the peak of season, because it's never as cheap as it would be if we bought off season. Now, if there are things that you need, which my children are always like, hey, you could have told me this 2 months ago kind of thing. So if you're in my boat, then don't forget about places. Like, you've always got Goodwill. Plato's Closet, if you've got one of those in your area, Plato's Closet is going to be a lot of teen and young adult clothing that's on, name brand, that's consignment basically, and consignment sales. This is not consignment sales season. That's really in March, but there are still a few that will run during the summer. So Googling the name of your town and consignment sales and seeing when the big sales are so that you're not going to miss them. That's going to be your best bet for buying on-season clothing if you've already missed all the clearance deals for this year, or for last year really, for summer now. So anyone in the clothing, accessories, beach gear, it's all end of season items. It's not things that we want to get for now. Okay. Are there Mother's Day gift card deals out there? So Paige, we are seeing some. We're going to see even more. So the drugstores all have a few gift card deals this week. Kroger is running 4 times fuel points. Bilo is going to be running 6 times fuel points in the new ad. So you'll start to see a few more as well. Just kind of have to keep watching. I expect the next CVS ad to have a few more also. A lot of times when it comes to Mother's Day, the gift card deals that they run are for restaurants. So it may not be what you were necessarily wanting, but they seem to think that that's a Mother's Day gift. I guess that we don't have to cook. That's what they're going for. But that's the primary ones that you're going to see in the drugstores. Another one, just to throw out there, I actually noticed this in my Target app today. But if you go to your coupons in the Target app and you click on wallet with your coupons, actually I'm showing it this way, but I can just show you this way. So if you pull up your coupons, there are red card exclusives this week. And I have a $10 off any $100 purchase. I also have 10% off of all Apple app and iTunes gift cards. So that's one as well that you could pull up. This is in the Target app. And then you click on wallet at the bottom and they're already up. So I had just pulled them up, and it'll pull up coupons. And then if you click down below, you see the thank you down below, and that'll pull up 3 extras that are there. So there's 20% off men's apparel. That's not really a Mother's Day gift, but we'll let them have clothes, 10% off Apple, and a $10 off $100 purchase. So pretty sweet if you have those as well. I don't think that they're necessarily specific per user, so you should be able to find these if you have a Target Red Card. If you don't have a Target Red Card, I don't know what you're waiting for, but it's just some extra savings there too. And I really pulled it up for as we're talking gift card deals. Oh, and thanks, Deb. Looking back, Deb saying, in terms of price matching, Home Depot will price match plus give 10% off. So you can always try to get that price match and lowest price guarantee. Staples also does that, guys. So if we're talking computers, when we get into back to school season, obviously Staples doesn't sell appliances, but you can still look at the store policies to make sure you're getting the best price on a price match for sure. And Lisa, yes, you do need to do the Target Red Card. So the Target Red Card, you can do the debit option, but the perks are pretty sweet. Not to mention 5% off every time you shop there, but then fun $10 off your next $100 purchase and other coupons that they're always throwing out. So a few other things to grab as we jump in. I hit tools, refrigerators, appliances. Another one that folks don't think about in the summer is gym memberships. This is the lowest time of the year for gyms, lowest attendance-wise, but they offer huge discounts on memberships during the summer because they know it's low and they're trying to do that. I don't know if you guys saw, I posted it yesterday about Planet Fitness. So Planet Fitness is running free gym access to all teens all summer. Their goal is to get parents to come in with the teens, but it's completely free for anyone in their teen years. So take advantage of that, whether it's getting the kids to wear off some energy or going with them at the same time. But all gyms, it's not just Planet Fitness that are going to run deals, but Planet Fitness is running the free option for teenagers. And I just posted that yesterday, so you should be able to hit the back button and find it pretty easily as well. So a few other things. Dishware, people don't think about that either, but that's another one that is a summer item. Dishware and cutlery, we tend to see better prices on during the summer because the summer tends to be wedding season. So items that we see on a lot of registries tend to go on sale during that peak season, and we're kind of in it already. So if you needed anything, you would find some good deals there. Other things that push out with new releases in the fall. That's important because we know to start to either buy the old version at the end of the summer or to wait for the new version, and that's cars. So as we get further into the summer, August being the biggest month and early September, we're going to see all of the car dealerships bring out their new models for 2020. That's the perfect time to get a really good deal on a 2019 or a 2018 that's still sitting on the lot. So always push that off if you can, any car buying to the end of the summer, but really good prices to do that before school starts even. So just, another one to put on your calendar farther out and get a really good deal on. Let's see, is Harris Teeter Super Doubles this Sunday? Yes, Karen, it's going to start on Sunday and end on Tuesday. And you know what? I forgot to push it out. I've been battling a bit of a cold and really not my normal self at all. But right now I am pushing out list number 1. So I got it finished and just completely forgot to hit the button to make it live. So list number 1 is officially out there. If you go to the Harris Teeter page on Southern Savers, you can start to gather all of those offers and coupons, and then we'll get the ad up tomorrow. But Harris Teeter Super Doubles is going to run from Sunday to Tuesday. If you have no clue what that means, but you're near a Harris Teeter, they will double any coupon that is $2 or less on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. It's a pretty fun weekend if you're near a Harris Teeter. I'm not, so you should shop just for me. So yeah, Barbie and a few others are talking. Let's talk about stores that are going out of business. So Payless is down to 60 and 70% off in most locations. All Paylesses are closing. The closing sales have been kind of dragged out with stores still getting new inventory for a really long time, but most of them are now to 60 and 70% off. Mary is saying JCPenney stores are closing too. So it just depends on the city that you're in to see whether or not JCPenney is closing in your area. So watching those, this is usually the time when we see a few more announcements come out in the summer. The summer months are the hardest months for retail. So we'll have to see what else, what we see in the news. Family Dollar is closing a lot of Family Dollar locations. That could end up making for some interesting sales as well. Or they're converting a number of Family Dollars into Dollar Trees because that's who they're owned by. So watch your Family Dollars for some discounts too this summer. So Ginger's chiming in again on appliances, refrigerators, washers, and dryers. Best time, you want to go for Memorial Day weekend. Always a 3-day weekend on anything that's a large ticket item. And along that lines, I saw someone else ask about TVs. You don't want to go for Memorial Day weekend on a TV. I want you to wait on electronics if you can. But anything else, so not TV, not entertainment, but refrigerators, furniture, those are perfect 3-day weekend deals, and then price matching to take advantage of best price guarantees, to take advantage of free delivery, any of those options. But Memorial Day weekend or Labor Day, so 2 really far apart days. Now TVs, I told you not Memorial Day weekend. You're going to get a better deal on a TV if you can wait and not purchase it during the summer. It is not a summer purchase. You'll get a much better price on a TV if you can wait until closer to the holidays, Black Friday time. The other best time of the year to buy a TV is Super Bowl, which is also long past us. So this isn't the time to grab it. That said, I'm not going to say there aren't occasional deals that pop in. It's just if you're wanting the lowest price, you want to wait. That's the goal, right? Odds are your TV still works and you'll be just fine. You just would prefer it to do something else than holding off on that. Oh, and Rhonda's chiming in that Fred's is also closing. So if you have any Fred's near you, to watch for deals in those stores too. Is Father's Day the best time to purchase grills, or is it the end of the summer? Great question, Emily. Honestly, it's the end of the summer. We're going to see sales around Father's Day. They're really not going to be large discounts. They're going to be like $50 off. But end of the summer with grills, you're going to see upwards of 50% off, not $50. Much, much cheaper to wait till the end of the season. And end of the season on grills is a little later than you may expect. It's going to be right after Labor Day weekend. That's when they're going to start to clearance them out. Not Labor Day weekend, but after Labor Day weekend. And they're going to do it quick because they want to clear space for the craziness that they bring in for Halloween. And then they keep that space cleared for Christmas. So that's when we see the really big discounts. Almost the very next weekend after Labor Day is when we'll start to see all of the big clearance marks on grills and on lawnmowers and other large equipment that Lowe's and Home Depot put in that front entrance space when you walk in. That's what they're going to want to clear the space for. So you'll see the biggest markdowns then. Let's see. Oh, and Laura's chiming in on the Family Dollar that 90% are converting to Dollar Tree. It is a large number that are converting. I know in our area we have 2 Family Dollars that are closing and have the signs up. So you may still have one in your area if you call around or ask. It's interesting the ones that they're closing because it's kind of the only store in the area, but it's at least one to check. And then Dolly, again, to kind of go back through, some people have said JCPenney's, some stores are closing. Family Dollar, Fred's, and Payless are the ones that we've hit on the most. Okay, and then gaming computer, best time to get that is definitely Black Friday page. So it's going to fit in with that same Nintendo, all of that. So when you're getting a computer that can handle, is truly designed to be a gaming computer, best deals are always around the holidays and Black Friday, and not back to school. Because back to school, they're going to put the kind of, compared to a gaming computer anyway, it's going to feel like a podunk computer. They're great computers, don't get me wrong, but you wouldn't be running a massive, game that's going to take all of the processor speed on the computer on the ones that they're going to run for back to school season. Back to school, we're going to see a lot of the Intel i3s and i5s. We don't see a lot of the i7s on sale for back to school, and that's what you need for a gaming computer. Mattresses and other large ticket items, Amanda, are definitely 3-day weekend deals, always 3-day weekend deals. So I would watch for Memorial Day weekend as your first one. If you're not ready to buy, then you've got to wait all the way till Labor Day. Oh, there we go. So Laura's saying that her aunt is in with the CEO of the Dollar Tree, so she kind of knows the plan. So that most of them are going to convert Family Dollars to Dollar Trees. There we go. Thank you. We have the inside track on that one. So patio furniture, that was another question. We do see some deals on patio furniture now, at the beginning of the season, but most of the really, really good deals are end of the season. And end of the season for patio furniture is different than grills. So honestly, and this is a little surprising, but end of the season for patio furniture is going to be July. And you don't think that it's end of the season for patio furniture, but you have to think about where it's going in stores. So if I'm shopping in Target, where patio is right now is going to be back to school, and Target needs to clear it out. So Target's going to clearance all patio the first week in July, some really good discounts, sometimes even starting the last week in June. So I don't have to wait really long on patio. I don't want to wait all the way till August or September. They're gone. They're long gone out of Target at that point. And Target's not the only option here, but usually when Target clearances items, everybody else clearances them too. Lowe's and Home Depot will hold their items a little longer because they'll put them outside in the covered garden area and clearance them around September. But most of our big deals are still that last week in June and early July. So put that on your calendar if you're wanting patio furniture, because they go really, really quick with some really crazy good deals. Another one to watch for patio furniture, though, if you wanted to just keep an eye on it all the time, is Wayfair. So Wayfair.com, they sell furniture online, and they do have some really good deals. You want to wait for them to be running free shipping on any $49 purchase or more, because your patio furniture is going to be over that. That way you can knock out and definitely get free shipping on the purchase. But they will run sales with 60 to 70% off. What I would recommend is to do some price matching to make sure that that's not an inflated price, and then they're saying you're getting a discount, because sometimes you see that everywhere. But compare it across. But Wayfair is still a good one for watching the sales on, if you don't want to wait for the clearance deals on patio furniture, for sure. But you don't have to wait that long. So end of June, early July on any patio deals. And then again, school supplies, if you jumped in late, that's going to start the first full week in July after July 4th. So anything that would be school supplies, and I mean, we can go art supplies here too. So anything at all that can be considered school, we're going to see really, really good deals on starting that first full week in July through August. So you've got a number of options. Let's see. Oh, am I doing a Publix and a CVS video this week? Carrie, my goal is to. I'll confess that my goal is also to just stay in bed right now until I can get over a lovely head cold that hopefully I am not making it appear that I have it all for you guys, but I'm probably going to hop offline and go right to bed when we're done. But that's my goal. I've done a different kind of CVS video and Walgreens video the last 2 weeks where I was in the store and just share the deals with you. But I need to shop at CVS because my extra care bucks are going to expire soon. So I plan to. And let's talk travel. So Kathy's saying, is there a good day or time to get air travel? And remind everyone that Crocs are on sale. Yes, there's a really good deal on Crocs. You should go and check it out. Because honestly, I know Crocs may not be fashionable, but not having to wash and match socks all summer. Just think about how lovely that is. You should put your kids in Crocs. Okay. Back to the topic though. So air travel, usually the best deals that we see on travel deals in general are in the spring. With air travel though, and plane deals, they can be very hit and miss. And what I would recommend there is that you keep tabs using Google Flights. So google.com/flights, and just putting in various places that you're interested in going. They can even send you alerts if it goes lower, or using the kayak.com explore tool. So kayak spelled like the boat that you would get in, kayak.com/explore. You put in where you're willing to leave from and your budget, and it will tell you all your options. So plane travel is tricky because it's not seasonal. It's based on when new legs are started. So let's say American decides to create a new leg from Columbia, South Carolina to Philadelphia. Well, when that new leg starts, no one has seats on it, and they will bump prices crazy low. And so it's being alerted to those. I actually follow in a feed reader a couple of flight sites just because it's interesting. I don't have any time to go away. Our parents already watched our kids so that we could go away this year for the first time ever for a week. That isn't going to happen again probably for like another 10 years. You've had your moment. You don't get to do that again. But it's still fun to kind of, dream. And so some examples that will just randomly pop in. I saw last week, New York to Spain, to Madrid, Spain, $250 round trip. I could drive to New York. I don't have to fly there. And then $250 round trip. So it's watching for things like that and finding a site that you're interested in if you're really wanting to do some air travel that might be the best bet for you. That particular site that I keep tabs on, if you're interested, is the Flight Deal, is the name of it. And I can put that a link to their site in the comments. But they are just one that just constantly lists anything that they're finding. So theflightdeal.com is the name of it though. And hopefully, I don't know whether there we go. It looks like the link wanted to come in. Myra is also asking if I've tried Next Vacay. They're really good. So Myra, that's what they're doing. They're following the same RSS feeds and the same other sites that are out there. And then they're just alerting you when they go lower. So whether you want to watch for it, or you want to let someone else watch it for you, it's the same thing. But Next Vacay, you do have to pay for. So if if anything, I would at least keep tabs on the Flight Deal or find a similar site. I've never booked one that they've recommended because I don't get to travel a lot, but I do live vicariously through all the deals that they post because they just sound so fun. So, keep tabs on it and see what they post, and then compare that to what Next Vacay is also offering for you, and maybe that'll help a little bit. Okay. And then Anna says, do I know anything about Wayfair mattresses or bed in a box as far as quality? So we have a mattress, Anna, that is Dream Cloud and was a bed in a box and was sent to us, and have been very pleased. What I would recommend with any of those is to look at what their warranty time is. So Dream Cloud, for example, gives you a year to sleep on it and still return it and get your money back if you're not happy with it. So any of those, that's what I would focus on. Definitely looking at reviews and what people said about them, but looking at how long you have to decide for yourself before you make the purchase, I think is going to be what is the bigger deciding factor. Price-wise, I don't know that we're going to see any of them massively cheaper than other places. We do see some sales and deals on mattresses. They also have seasons when new ones are coming out, which is in the fall, just like cars. So all the new models basically. And then keep in mind that folks that run local mattress stores, we only know this because we have friends who run a local mattress store, they're not allowed to keep last year's models around. So when the new model comes out, they need to have sold all of last year's models, or possibly they're working with a discount store in town where they send last year's models and then sell them at a cheaper rate. So you can kind of figure out what those options are too by getting to know them or ask them, like, who are you giving your discount models to, or do you work with a discount store in town, and see what they tell you on that one. Okay. Oh, and Kim says, thinking about a vacuum cleaner, doing a Dyson or a robot or a D-Bot, best time of the year. So any of those vacuums are always a holiday purchase. It's so strange because I don't know how many women are going to be like, yeah, you bought me a vacuum for Christmas, but we see really, really good discounts on them around the holidays. The other time of year would be watching for a 3-day weekend, but I would wait for it to line up with a Kohl's deal. So most of the time, our cheapest prices for those items are always going to be Kohl's purchases when Kohl's is running a 30% off coupon, Kohl's cash, and an additional stacking like $10 off $50 household or any of those offers. We could end up seeing vacuums 50% off of their regular price after the Kohl's cash. So waiting for that 3-day weekend when they're already on sale, and then we get to pair in all those other things, is going to make for a much cheaper purchase for you on the vacuum for sure. But the holidays is still probably where it's going to line up even better. Is there a way to figure out what kind of hotels offer rewards? So all hotels, all the major hotels have a rewards program. Every single one of them, Hilton, Marriott, it doesn't matter what the program is, Choice Hotels, they all have a rewards program page. So it's really just getting to be part of whatever you're traveling regularly, being part of that program, and then being loyal to that program so that you are getting to maximize your point and your savings on those points. Another way to maximize that, and that's a whole other video that we did a couple of months ago, I guess now, but possibly depending on how much you're traveling, having that hotel's credit card so that you're earning those points on every other purchase that you make as well. So we travel, when we stay in a hotel, which since we got an old camper last year, isn't very often. We tend to stay in the old camper now. But when we do stay in a hotel, it's typically always Marriott. But we do have a Marriott credit card that we make most of our purchases on. And so as I'm buying gas, as I'm buying groceries, I'm earning Marriott points with every purchase. That's then taking advantage of when we do want to travel because we're not going to pay for that hotel room. So maximizing your point earnings is the biggest part. Not necessarily what the program is, but how can I maximize my earnings so that I can have more rewards in the end. And then, so Myra's saying, another one on home furniture, going to fit the same bill of the 3-day weekend. All furniture, appliances. The only thing that doesn't, again, is TVs. Do not buy a TV on Memorial Day weekend. Please wait until the holidays on a TV. Much cheaper deals towards the holidays. But Memorial Day weekend for anything else is definitely going to be the best option for you. on those large ticket items. And then, and Paige gave a shout out to a different mattress. So she says she got a Helix mattress in a box and they offered a 100-night trial and she was really pleased. So you could go that route too. Oh, and sorry, UCF mom, thanks again for asking. Sometimes I miss them as they come through. Said, did I mention when to buy interior paint and Nintendo Switch games? So interior paint, what I would wait for on that one, and I'm trying to think of what the timing is, but we see at least 2 to 3 times a year, Lowe's and Home Depot will both run really big paint rebate deals. When they're running the paint rebate deals, that's the best time to take advantage of the paint sales. I want to say it's going to be after Father's Day because they usually try to just stick with the holidays for a bit. So look in that first couple weeks after Father's Day. The rebate deal is buy $40 worth of paint usually and get $10 back, but they put the paint on sale. So that's when we get the best prices. Sherwin-Williams just ran their best sale of the year last weekend, but we'll see it again after Father's Day too, and that is 40% off plus a $10 off your next, I think, $50 purchase at Sherwin-Williams. So whichever way you wanted to go on interior paint, those are some of the best sales that we see between those two. So the paint rebate offers at Lowe's and Home Depot, which are seasonal, but they are a couple times a year, and the Sherwin-Williams 40% off plus an additional coupon that pairs in. And then you had a second question. Oh, Nintendo Switch games. So we do see those throughout the year, and we see them rotate through what the sales are, but we also see the majority of the discounts around the holidays because they know that's when you're buying a new system, and they know they can take advantage of people who want to go crazy and want to grab a few different games with the new system. So I would wait if I could. If you can't, maybe going with GameStop or looking at some of the places that have the used Nintendo Switch games to get you through might be the better option, but you'll see bigger discounts towards the holidays on any of those gaming type of equipments. Let's see. Oh, and Jen, I missed your, I don't know. I can only see your me too, and I guess it's to somebody else. Oh, and Stacy says, I'm thinking of buying a camper. When's the best time to buy? So, Stacy, honestly, for a camper, it is going to be, Mary's saying it's February for new campers. It's learning when the new models come out. And the new models do tend to come out before the summer. That's when a lot of folks are looking for a camper is right now. It's summertime and they have decided that they're going to start to camp. What I would push you to, having done it ourselves, is that it's like buying a car and you really shouldn't buy a new one. You should buy a used one. Now there's some tricks there too, because most people in camping land will tell you that there's only 2 types of campers, one that leaks and one that will someday leak. So you do want to make sure that you're making a good investment. But older campers hold their value, and they hold their value well if you take care of them. So I was actually chatting with someone, and names are gone. It could have even been you, Stacy. Someone was asking me, and I was sending them lots of information through Facebook Messenger of tips on buying an older camper. That's a whole nother Q&A time. But it is realizing that in that moment when I was chatting with them and typing in the one that we bought last year, it's actually worth more than we bought it for last year. Now we've done some work to it because it is an old camper. I think it's 13 or 14 years old, but that was how we got a deal and how we got it to be in the budget that we could afford. With used campers, the beginning of the summer is actually the best time to buy used because that is when most people are deciding that they want to get a new one. So you want to take advantage of their trying to sell it themselves, not giving it to the dealership, just like they would with a car, but to sell it themselves so that they can then take advantage of a new camper. So this is your time of the year if you want to go used, but just make sure you're making a wise investment. And then remember that there are only 2 kinds of campers and try to get one that hasn't leaked yet. Let's see. Oh, and then, yeah, and Mary said they bought a motorhome. I mean, that's dreams. We're with just a pull behind. And Deb's chiming in on the paint rebate, Memorial Day, July 4th, and Labor Day. So you could go Memorial Day weekend on the paint rebate. It is usually the best deal for sure. Okay. I think Just making sure on all my things here. So some things that I wouldn't buy. Let's hit a few of those. I already hit TVs. The other things, sunglasses, any beach gear. It's not a summer purchase. And then no pool gear as well. Folks always, and no one's asked that tonight. When's the best time to buy a pool? It is not now. We've seen some good deals on the ones you install yourself. I posted some yesterday. Walmart's got some that are like 100, 150 bucks off on and these are the above ground pools. But if you're wanting an in-ground pool or you're wanting some big new additions, that isn't a summer purchase. That is going to be an after summer purchase because they're busy. Everybody wants their pool in the summer. This isn't the time of the year to grab it. And then the other thing that you don't want to buy during the summer is Apple products. So if you are a big iPhone user and you're wanting a new phone, you're wanting a new iPad, all of the new products for Apple are going to hit the market beginning of September. That's when you want to wait. And I know that you may not get the new model, but you still want to wait until September because the old models are all going to go on sale when the new models come out. Now, if you're a Samsung user, you already missed it. Samsung launches their new models in April. So you could go ahead and maybe grab some now that are recent. They're now the old models, but the launch was just a few weeks ago. Apple's launch is the second week in September usually. They don't have the product available until the beginning of October, but we already see the deals. As soon as they launch, we see Verizon and everybody else offering deals on the new phone, and we see really big discounts on the most recent models. So hold off if you can if you're wanting a new Apple phone or an iPad because they're going to come cheaper when those new models hit. If you're looking at Apple computers, the same there. Folks always ask on deals on computers. We don't see Apple computers hit large discounts at all. And with back to school sales, you may see 300 bucks off, but you're talking about an expensive computer that's going to be always expensive. It is not going to be a huge discount ever, but when they launched the new models, that is typically the largest discounts that we see. And that is the end of the summer. So waiting until September, not during the summer for sure. Okay. I think that I hit everybody. And I haven't missed anybody's questions, but if I did, feel free to shout them back out for sure. And make sure that I didn't miss it. Dolly's asking, where is the best place to buy a sofa for my family room? So local furniture stores are a great place to start shopping, but I would honestly look online for most of your furniture purchases. So with online, you're going to be able to get the same sofa that you're going to find in the local furniture stores, but generally at a cheaper price. So start in the local stores, hunt around, find one that you like the sit of and the look of, and then hop online. If you can find it cheaper online, you can always ask the local store if they'd price match it, but you're probably going to end up doing the purchase online. So online, I would check Wayfair.com. First off, they run some really big discounts, but they're going to have the largest selection. Amazon has some as well, but it's not really where most of us go for furniture, but it's still going to help you get an idea of how the local store's pricing is looking. And then just see what the local store will do for you in terms of coming down on price, and then shop that 3-day weekend sale because that's definitely going to be their cheapest price for sure. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hop off, guys. I have to sneeze, and I'm trying so hard not to this whole time. But thanks for joining me. I hope that it was helpful and we learned a ton. I don't know what we're going to talk about next week, so if you have a topic that you want us to cover, feel free to chime in. I don't necessarily know that I want it to be an all-camper one, so if after talking about it tonight, that's made you want to decide that, I feel like that's a whole nother topic for not a Monday night, because not everybody wants to go campers. But if you want to send me an idea, feel free to send me a Facebook message or an email, jenny@southernsavers.com. of whatever topics you'd love for us to cover. I'm always up for a new one. And we will be back on same time, same place on Monday night. And hopefully I will share with you all the deals that we grab on Wednesday. If not, maybe I'll just make my husband go shopping. Wouldn't that be great? We'll get him to do a video. I think that he might be in tears by the end of it, but we'll decide whether or not I can actually get out of bed. So thanks again for joining me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and a good night.